Magdalena, and I am a senior associate at Isidro Goldman. And today, I feel like I am the luckiest person in the world. If someone told me a few years ago that I would be standing here in front of so many of you giving a speech, I would laugh and say, it will never happen. Yet, I am here. And you're probably wondering why I am here. Does anyone know who this lady is? Anyone? For those of you who don't know, this is Ali McBeal. Ali McBeal was American legal series revolving Ali in her role as a lawyer in a city law firm. And you are thinking now, so how does this link up to her story? Well, as you can probably tell, I'm not British. I grew up in the southeastern part of Poland, in a tiny little village, the middle of nowhere, where one house from another was about a mile away. My mom was a single mom of 5, working in a factory. When she was at work, me and my older brother will have to look after a younger brother who was about 7 at the time. During the evenings, we would watch 2 things on TV. First of all was Discovery Channel. My brother was totally obsessed with it, and he still is. And the second thing was Ali McBeal. I loved how passionate, smart, and confident Ali was at her job. I wanted to be just like her. I wanted to wear her clothes, be confident, be smart, and most of all, help people with their legal issues. So that was the dream. But soon after, I had realized that my dream was becoming more and more distant. The reality was that there was no opportunities in a tiny little village where I came from. And my mom could not afford to send me to university. Options were that I tried to get a job in a local shop. I work in a factory where my mom was working, or I become a stay-at-home wife. And none of those options aligned well with my personality. So me and my mom had a sat down, and we decided that I'm gonna go to England. My last exam was on 25th of May, 2026. On 26th of May, I was already on a plane. I was flying to England. I was excited. I arrived in a place called Godalming in Surrey and started working as a waitress. At that point, my English was close to nothing. My best friend still reminds me now how I would always say yes to everything. And this wasn't because I was a yes person. It was because I didn't understand what she was asking me to do. Few years went by, and my English improved, and I started to miss something. I wanted to be someone else but waitress. So I went to career advisor, and they suggested that I have to start my education in UK from the beginning. So there I was at age of 24 doing my GCSEs, followed by A-levels. To be honest, I did access to higher education, and then I did my degree and LPC. All of this while working a full-time job at Heathrow Airport. Yet, I still managed to get distinctions all the way through. Don't get me wrong, it was not easy. The first year in particular in uni was very difficult for me. I was still learning language while trying to grasp legal terminology, which was extremely hard. For 3 years, I did not have a day off. When I was not working, I was studying. Where I was not studying, I was working. I would wake up at 3:30, 4 a.m. to go to work. I would finish work, I would go to uni, or I would study. I would study until 11, 12 p.m. I did not care. I went to sleep with the papers. I will wake up next day and do the same thing. But this was not the hard part. The hard part arrived when I tried to look for training contract. I found that there was always someone better than me. Someone with better education, with better background, with better English. All I needed was someone who believed in me. So then I remembered my friend, the same friend who thought I was a yes person, worked in a big accountancy firm in central London. She introduced me to one of her partners, and he thought my background story was inspiring. He, in turn, introduced me to Nick Oliver, who is here in the audience today. If you don't know Nick, you've got to get to know him, incredible person. Nick saw something in me that others didn't. We had a sat down and he offered me a legal assistant position in the newly opened office in Portsmouth. Despite this not being the dream city location, I was incredibly grateful and excited. I started at Isidro Goldman in October 2019, and since then I have been promoted to trainee, solicitor, associate, and I am now a senior associate. And finally, I feel as I am Ali McBill. And in my era of Ali, every day is exciting. I get to work on a variety of cases. One day I'm pursuing claims against directors for the breach of duties. Next day I'm issuing £1 billion claim against huge financial entity. Yet another day I'm assisting Italian liquidator with recovery of Picasso painting. Alongside of this, I'm also leading in developing a cross-border offering at Isidro Goldman, getting to travel and meet inspiring people all over the world. So this brings me back to the beginning of this presentation and the question of why did I decide to do this? So there's three messages that I wanted to convey to you. First of all, everyone can achieve their dreams if they are very passionate about it. Second of all, it is not what we do. We all can learn to do this job. What differentiates you from another person is why you do it. And third of all, I hope by standing here, sharing with you my journey, my passion, my obstacles, and my persistence, I will be able to inspire all of you to pursue your dreams, but also to help the other ones who are less privileged to follow them, to achieve their dreams. Thank you.